Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to Big Apple Mountain Tarot. I'm Everest.
I'm Mike.
Today we're going to talk about the new moon in Gemini.
As well as the Gemini and Sagittarius axis, because our upcoming full moon will be rising in the sign of Sagittarius.
And they work in tandem, the sun and the moon.
Yeah, we wanted to forget about the whiteboard for just a minute and just, really talk about the axis and the similarities between Gemini and Sagittarius. They're both mutable signs.
They're air signs.
Air and fire.
Air and fire. Yeah. Oh, you're right. Yes.
Yes.
See, we're learning together.
This is why.
Gemini is air, Sagittarius is fire.
Yeah.
Because Sagittarius is has the arrow, I associate it with air because it's traveling through air.
I'm going to read from Michael J's Gay Love Signs here. So for Gemini, the symbol is the twins. The planet is Mercury, which is retrograde right now. The color is orange. The metal is quicksilver. The natural house relationship is third house, the house of communications. Third house traits are desire for information and love of stimulation. Their motto is, I think.
And it's a local kind of interpersonal communication, right?
Yes, they're a local. Okay, they're a mutable sign, like Sagittarius. They're about adaptation. Air sign. They're inquisitive mind and experimental and alert. Their capacities are awareness of ideas. Their keywords are restless, inventive, and intelligent. Okay, so like Aries, right? Aries is the self, first house.
First
right?
house.
Yeah. Self-expression. Taurus is it's like the self, but then the surroundings.
It's
right?
like mine.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
my food, my
immediate security,
my pleasure,
food source, romance, luxuries, pleasure, housing, food. And then Gemini, is about understanding a perspective outside of our perspective. That's what Gemini is about.
I just had the idea you could imagine like Aries being the little seed that comes through the earth, and then Taurus is the flower, and then wait for it, Gemini is the little bee that comes around. And
it does stuff with the flower.
And it's kind of like it's like local
like
association, friendships, communication, learning.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of the thing, Sagittarius, which is 8th house, right?
Right, yeah.
Sagittarius, 8th house is higher learning. It's foreign travel. It's
No, 9th house.
9th house. You're right, 9th house.
8th house is Scorpio.
How can I forget?
Sagittarius.
So 9th house Sagittarius is about higher learning.
Yeah, it's about spiritually seeking, higher learning, represented by the centaur, which is the higher path, the path of man, and then animal instinct, the lower part. And between those two aspects, there's a multitude of interests and faith plays a huge part.
I love that about Sagittarius, the faith.
That between facts and faith, they will move with faith, right?
And you have to have faith if you're educating yourself kind of in a higher education, that your information is correct. And if you're shooting an arrow, there's that faith.
There's that faith in losing yourself before, you don't intellectualize the moment that you release the arrow. You find that Zen moment within yourself where you become the arrow, right?
Yeah, you let it go. Yeah. You let it go.
Jovial, prophetic, and versatile. The center or the archer. Their planet is Jupiter. Right now, let's talk about the planets a little bit.
Jupiter. Where's Jupiter?
Jupiter is in Aries, and it's conjunct with Mars, which is a very warlike energy. And especially right now, Venus is also there, and so is the moon today, the 25th of May.
Yeah.
So this is a lot of warlike energy and a potential for real mistakes and slip-ups and injuries.
Yeah,
because
I feel
Mercury is retrograde. You feel it.
I feel really bitchy and kind of confused and emotional.
We all do. And the reason is we've gone from this massive conjunction in Pisces with Jupiter and Neptune and Mars and Venus are
super
there.
sensitive.
And it just lasted for so long that it sensitized us to this point where now we're being doused with jet fuel and being told go.
Yeah.
And it's like a crankiness. We're actually hurting because we're trying to move so fast.
Right.
know?
No, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, I feel unusually like aggressive and kind of sensitive and bitchy.
Yeah. we're both bitchy. And throughout this conjunction, I wasn't dreaming very deeply. Meanwhile, everyone around me was saying, "Oh my god, I'm having these
crazy
wild
dreams. What?
Last night I had the wild dream.
Yeah.
And it was all
water.
Piscean
Yeah, it was all
energy.
water.
Yeah,
water world.
or Scorpio if you want to tie it to the eclipse. But it was us, you and I and Sadie, our dog, walking on this pier, on this boardwalk with steps leading down to the water. And we were expecting to find some beach down there, but there was no beach. The tide had come in and it looked like there just never was a beach and never was going to be a beach. And it was this definite sense of having moved into the future and having to deal with this new reality of water everywhere. And there were people all around us, and it was just kind of terrifying, But we kind of got used to it, close to the water. We got in the water. It was an upsetting dream.
Yeah.
And then you could tie to any pain. Let's spin the pain wheel.
Yeah, pick one.
The pain wheel. Okay, we have like war. We have the rollback of women's rights to like the Middle Ages. We have
school shootings.
Just throw this school shooting on the pile.
Yeah.
But with Mercury and Gemini right now, we are being.
What isn't Mercury in Taurus?
I'm sorry, Mercury is in.
Mercury's retrograde in Taurus.
Can we stop it for a minute?
Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So there's any number of reasons why we could choose to be upset right now. But the trick is to choose to walk on this path of higher intention and new reactions to these old traumas, the old information that we think all the time, because we're always replaying every day the stuff that we think mostly, right?
Yeah, I don't know about everybody else, but I think 60% of my thoughts are all old news.
Yeah.
So speaking of thoughts, we have a new moon in Gemini.
So that means new intentions, new reactions to old nonsense.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's the only way we're going to be able to choose our new reality is if we all get on board with this. And this is what that fabulous conjunction with Jupiter and Neptune was supposed to do. It heightened our sensitivity. It made us really empathic for one another.
Yeah. Now, isn't there maybe something with the duality of Gemini where you're able to kind of really see multiple sides that could be confusing?
You could see that, but this is shallow and like day-to-day behavior where you're not literally living through these new circumstances. It's the difference between understanding someone's point of view and then walking a mile in their shoes. It's two very different things. Right now, there's a sense that we have moved into this future. We're in this new place where,
what do we do now?
New realities, wildfires. It's like, what do we do with all this, really?
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's time to set new intentions, new behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Can we pause again?
Of course we can.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so at the time of the new moon, all right, the new moon will be rising in Gemini. We will have this conjunction between Jupiter and Mars, which I said is warlike energy, but it's also energy to really get things done.
Right.
The problem is the moon will then move to square that. So there is that potential of injury, of hurt, stuff like that.
I hurt my finger.
You did hurt your finger.
And it was totally Mercury like nonsense. It was the Aries Mercury clumsiness.
I wouldn't even dare say that, but
I'm gonna say it.
Okay. Very good. Good way of owning your response.
Clumsiness.
Clumsiness, right?
Clumsy.
Yeah. All right. Also, we have Mercury, the North Node, and Uranus conjunct. All right, with
Taurus.
in Taurus, and that will be squaring Saturn in Aquarius, which could spell out internet outages, power outages, but it could also mean, because of Uranus there, element of surprise in Taurus, which is, our food supply and our Earth.
The algae battery.
The algae batteries.
The algae battery is amazing.
Yeah, these fabulous algae batteries, which have the potential of powering appliances in your kitchen that are kind of like low wattage. So that's some game changer for the Earth. It's great news.
Okay, so Sagittarius and Gemini, they're on opposite sides of the zodiac wheel. Gemini is a third house, and it's local communications, kind of like
Day-to-day communications, comings and goings. Yeah, routines.
Yes, very intelligent air sign, sees both sides of things. It's the twins, it's a sign, and on the other side of that, there's Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the centaur who has the arrow, and he's higher education and foreign travel,
Spiritual seeking.
faith, and you have to have that faith to shoot the arrow and know that it's going to land, even though you're not like directly.
Both signs have the ability to come off aloof, cold.
Yes.
Mercury rules Gemini, Jupiter rules Sagittarius.
Yes.
But because Sagittarius tends to not really stick around to see the end result of any of their endeavors, they just might not realize the magic that they're creating in their wake.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the dialogue that we have in May.
Between the new moon and the full moon.
And the full moon.
Yeah. So, yeah. So it's about setting our intentions and really finding the opposite perspective, or the other perspective, or a perspective outside of ourselves. And what a great time to kind of get out of ourselves when we've been kind of overwhelmed by the sensitizing of this conjunction. I feel lately that my two emotions are flipping between sadness and then avoidance. And that could mean escapism, which I'll admit, it's just, that's the reality of where I am right now.
That's good.
Sadness, avoidance.
Yeah.
Sadness, avoidance.
Yeah, and it's spicy out there, so just kind of like double check the information and your reactions to it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really lovely new moon for everybody. And I was thinking, Mike, we could pull some cards.
Well, the good news is that we don't have to react, the same.
No.
This isn't an answer to the cards.
No.
We don't have to react in the same old way. So our homework is to really listen, to train our ears.
Yes.
Just listen and have an internal reaction.
Yes.
Yeah. But let's do that. Let's pull 4 cards, right?
Okay, let's pull 4 cards.
Air, earth, fire, water.
Okay. Would you cut the cards, Mike?
Of course I will.
Thank you. All right, my love. Air. Okay, so air, we have this figure here.
Swords are air. Swords are thoughts.
And they are in a boat with their family and going to better waters, going to nicer shores. There's a departure happening here of thoughts. Air. Earth. Oh, okay, here we go. Earth has got some changes happening.
Yeah, that's very that's the Scorpio eclipse. But yes, Earth does have some changes happening. It's the completion of a cycle and the opening of a new chapter.
Yes. Air, earth, fire. Oh, right. Okay. Page of Pentacles.
That's me.
Yeah. So someone's got a new idea about wealth and prosperity. There's something happening that's new and fresh, and they're kind of contemplating health, vitality, prosperity. And if you look in there, they've got a little red turban, so they're thinking about stuff. Air, Water. Okay, Two of Cups.
Cups.
Cups are emotions. So there's coming together emotionally.
A partnership.
A partnership.
Yeah.
It's got the lion coming out of the caduceus. It's like a heart chakra.
It's finding balance.
Yes.
And knowing that you cannot do it all by yourself.
No, you can't.
No.
So there we go. So for our air signs, this is Gemini and Libra and Aquarius.
Yeah.
Earth, this is for Taurus,
Virgo,
Capricorn. Fire, this is Aries.
Leo, Sag. And that's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces.
Okay, so there we go, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, happy new moon.
Happy new moon.
Be very gentle on yourself.
Yeah. And just kind of watch your reactions to information that's coming in.
Yeah, and it's interesting to be at a point where you're at a new moon, supposed to start something new, but you're also not because Mercury's in retrograde.
Right.
So it's like, what is this mixed message?
What is this mixed message? It's
Do
okay.
it all in here.
Yeah.
Just do all the new in here.
Yeah.
Right?
There you go. Okay.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.